Hello and welcome to the channel. This introduces part 2 of the two-part series on the East Broad Top Railroad in the 1990s. This one is based on footage of the annual October Fall Spectacular made in October of 1990. The East Broad Top Railroad, by way of a little bit of history, ran as primarily a coal hauler from the 1870s into the 1950s, when shifts in domestic and industrial fuels from coal to natural gas and oil helped to put the already struggling railroad out of business. It languished for 4 years under ownership by a scrap dealer who stopped his plans to scrap the railroad in 1960 and opened a 5-mile portion between its operating base and the little town of Rock Hill Furnace, from a station incongruously called Orbezonia Station because of the town across the creek being dictated by the postal department as being where the post office needed to be, to a point about 5 miles north where in the old days, in the 1920s, there had been a little industrial spur to a fire clay. I have to pause for the sirens. I was talking about the industrial spur to a clay quarry that produced clay for fire bricks in the plants at the northern end of the railroad in Mount Union, Pennsylvania, which was where the railroad connected to the mainline Pennsylvania Railroad. This series of clips was made again in October of 1990. In those days, 4 of the 6 Mikados 282 steam locomotives of 3-foot gauge were still in service prior to the advent in 2001 of the new Federal Railway Administration boiler standards, which more or less required the steam operators to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars on each locomotive in order to bring them up to the new code, which actually now favors the tourist steam railroad industry. But in the case of the East Broad Top Railroad, it reduced the number of operational locomotives from 4 to 1. So the 1990s was really the last opportunity. You'll see all 4 steam locomotives in service with their whistles as they were during tourist operations. And supposedly these were the whistles that were originally on the locomotives when the railroad stopped common carrier operations in 1956. You'll also see the gas-electric motor car, the M1, in service, and hear its distinctive horn. With that, I will back out of here and hope you enjoy the video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed, if you would like to. It's free, and it makes me feel good to have more subscribers. And also, if you like the video, like it and share it, and make comments or questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Enjoy. They had two pieces of track inspection, maintenance of way equipment on display that weekend as well. And the green hand car there is actually owned by the Friends of the East Broadtop Railroad, the nonprofit line. And on Sundays, we used to have our reunions at the railroad on Fall Spectacular weekends. And this year, in 1990, you're seeing my wife and me 29 years ago having fun operating the hand car at the south end of the railroad at the FEBT's museum in Robertsdale at the old station. And you'll see the old company store, the old coal company store there in the background, that stone building. It was demolished in the early 2000s, unfortunately. It's no longer there. But here's a video clip of what it looked like in its derelict condition in the 1990s. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like icon, make comments, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.